Welcome, Veritas family. Thank you so much for joining us with at Give and Take Past the Tassel edition. We are chatting with the class of 2025. Today I have Denny Hastings with me. Hey, Denny.
Yes, hello everyone.
Thank you so much for joining us. If you are watching this live or in replay, be sure to tell us where you're watching from. We would love to know that. Denny, tell us where you're located and what ministry you're a part of.
Okay, so I'm in the Caribbean in Antigua, a small island, 365 beaches, about 108 square miles. Sunny. I've never experienced snow. All I know is beach and sand and sun. And I am currently the senior pastor of Gospel at Baptist Church, the
Gospel
local.
Light Baptist Church. Very good. And how long have you been there as pastor?
Okay, so I took over in October 2023,
Okay.
so just over a year. And I love it. It's a small church, but really good people, people who love the Lord and are really passionate about serving.
Very good. Well, we're glad that you're plugged in there. Um, we have been asking our guests, what is your Veritas origin story? How'd you become part of the Veritas family?
Okay, so I grew up in church. I began serving at a very young age, and I was very comfortable with serving. And then I felt like there's more that I could give, but I didn't know how to give more. So
Mhm,
I started looking around at different Bible schools. I did not want to leave. Of
mhm.
course, I was enjoying serving in ministry. And there is a Bible college in St. Vincent. That's another island within the Caribbean. And I reached out to the president there, the current president, well, the former president, because there's a new president now. And I told him, hey, I really want to go to Bible school. And what do you guys offer? I need to get some information. And then we had a good chat. And he was telling me that, listen, I don't think you need to come to St. Vincent. I think you need to consider Veritas. And that was the first time hearing about Veritas. And it's funny because he's the president of a school
Right.
telling me to go to another school.
Right.
And it's funny. And I spoke to him and then he told me, check out Veritas. And that was during the pandemic. Pandemic just started in 2020
Got it.
and I logged in on the website. Well, check the website, and I remember the first person I saw was Dr. Kenny Baldwin
Mhm.
speaking about literally saying, "Stay home, stay where you are,
Right.
and learn." And that was like the light bulb right there. I said yes. So I told my wife, and she was like, "Yeah, I think this is for you." Because at that time we were also expecting our first child,
All
and it
right.
became
Oh, so you had a
gonna
lot
be
of big life changes at that time, huh?
yeah. And she was not up to move being pregnant during COVID. Like, who does that, you
Right.
know? So I checked it out and I applied. I wasn't sure if I would get in because I am coming from the Caribbean. I'm not sure how the system was in the US. And
Sure.
it was pretty straightforward.
Good.
Paula and the others really helped me a lot. And
Good.
yeah, I started.
So when you jumped in, you started in your undergrad, correct?
Yes, so I did my undergrad. I finished last year.
Right. And
And
that program, what was your program then?
so Bachelor of Ministry, focused in pastoral studies.
Okay. And now you're graduating with the graduate level degree. Tell us about
Yeah,
that. What are you in there?
yeah. So that's the same degree, well, the same concentration,
Okay.
pastoral studies. It was phenomenal. It went by very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it went by
It
very
doesn't
quickly.
feel like it at the beginning though, right? When you're starting, it feels like forever. It's never
Yeah,
gonna happen.
but for me, I was really enjoying it. I really enjoyed that degree. I enjoyed it more than the bachelor's, to be honest.
Yeah, usually the graduate program is very specialized in your field, and you can really dive into what you enjoy and what is your passion. So we do hear that a lot. I think that is true. So not to knock the undergrad, it has its purpose for sure, and it is
Yes, yes,
important. But you
yes.
do, if you can jump in, if you get the bug and you want to pursue further higher education, your graduate level program is where you're going to find your mentors. You will really further your passion. It's really a really great community in the graduate program for sure. So speaking of that, we've been asking our guests what instructors have inspired you, or maybe what aha moment did you have at your time at Veritas?
It's hard to say to pinpoint one, but
Sure.
I'll be honest. Preaching with Dr. Sams, that was the wow moment. Dr. Sams is phenomenal.
Good.
We actually have a friendship, sorry, outside of college.
Okay.
He's one of my mentors. Yeah, we meet often online.
Oh, good.
He's great, and I heard of him before Veritas. But
Okay.
then when I met him, I was like, I reached out to Dr. Sampson and asked him to be my mentor. I want you to mentor me. And he
Okay.
was like, yeah, of course. And it's just been really good just learning from him.
Very good.
And we had a lot of shifts in my ministry
Okay.
just within the last year. And he was really able to walk me through and to help me, navigate the challenges of ministry. So I'm very happy because if it wasn't for Veritas, I don't think, I mean, God is sovereign and he could arrange something, but I don't think I would be able to get to know him this way. I
Sure.
probably know of him, but
Right.
get to know him this intimate way. I
Right.
praise God for Veritas.
That's good. So how would you, if you could, I know you touched on this just a little bit already, but how do you feel like Veritas has helped you in your ministry or helped your ministry there?
Yeah, because you're learning as you're serving. And
Mm,
I think
good.
that is really great because my experience in ministry, I knew what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
And within the Caribbean, because we're smaller, we don't really see much. But then when you get to learn from others, from larger ministries or even ministries with more people, or so to say, you get to see the different challenges and you get to learn a little bit more than if you just stayed within your four walls. And
Mm,
I
good
think
point.
that's really great. So apart from the academics, 'cause the academics is great, but you get to learn just the practical ministry that I don't think I would if I stayed in Antigua or if I just focused on the Caribbean.
Got it. Yeah, that's a good point. And I love that you've touched on some things that we love here at Veritas. We love the idea of mentorship, and we love that you get to serve in your home local church. You get to put into practice the things you learn in your class that week, and then you go that Sunday and you put it into practice. So you've hit all, the nail right on the head.
Yeah,
We
because like,
are,
sorry.
go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like right now I'm finishing up my principles of counseling with Dr. Parker. So
Yes.
that's the last course. And right now finishing up that course and the things that he's talking about, I'm literally experiencing that right now. I have at least two persons that I'm counseling right now, and I literally just go back to what Dr. Parker said
Yeah.
and just apply it right. So it's almost feel like I'm cheating,
Right.
because you have the information, you of course you would pray about it and seek
Of
God,
course.
but you have that framework already that is
That's right.
just
You have the
open.
infrastructure and the connection with somebody who can help you right away, and you can put it right
Yeah,
into practice. And that's what it's all about, is to be able to help those with what you've been able to be helped, and so now you're helping others. So that is really exciting. I love to hear that. Um, Tell us, Denny, so rewind a couple of years back.
hmm
Talk to a student or a prospective student who might be sitting and watching this video and thinking, can I do this?
yeah.
Is this something I could actually squeeze in? Is this something I could do?
Mhm.
Talk to the student who might be on the fence.
Yeah, I think you can, and I'm not just talking about just the ability. I'm talking about God's grace. I believe God will give you that grace to go through.
Yeah,
When I started, I was in the unknown. I didn't know anything what to expect. Again, talking about COVID, talking about having just being married, my wife is expecting. It was all new for me. I didn't know anyone who attended Veritas. And God just give me that grace. And I think, and I said this at commencement last year, that I believe that ministry, you need to prepare. I believe that
amen.
preparing is one
Yeah,
of the best things that you can do to serve in ministry. And even if you are uncertain about the finances, I've been uncertain about the finances.
right,
Our currency is really low compared to the US. So when a tuition for the month is like 700 US, it's nearly 3,000 EC, and that can be one salary. So
right.
I've had moments where I had to literally pray my way through. So you will have those moments, the finances, the concerns,
Right.
having a busy life, busy schedule. But consider what you're doing is for God and for His people, and He has done so much for you. So jump in, jump in. I think the last person who was on, he said just jump in, and I think
Yep.
that's where it starts.
Yep.
Literally, just starting. The thing about Veritas is if you get overwhelmed, you can pause a little bit for a semester and then continue,
Yep.
so you don't have to drop out. You can just catch yourself and go
That's
again.
a good point, and he mentioned before too, these 8 week classes, they allow you to jump
Yeah.
in, dip your toe in, see how it goes, and then you'll be able to see, can I handle more? Should I handle more? Or do I need to take a step back or continue at just one class at a time? Just know that whatever you decide to do, whenever you decide to pick up the phone and give us a call, we're here ready for you. We are eager. We don't take it lightly. When we see an application come through, we know that it represents a great deal of sacrifice of time, sacrifice of money, an investment in your future. We realize when we see the application come through that it's not just a name, it represents God's calling on someone's life, and we are thrilled. So
Mhm.
if you are watching this right now and you are feeling God's tugging at your heart a little bit to jump into classes, but you're just not sure where to start, give us a call. We will help. We will be there for you and walk you through each of the steps, and it will be less scary at that point. So Denny
And
jumped in. He didn't know anybody, so he followed the call and jumped in and took care of business. So we're thrilled to have him, and now he's graduating with his second program with us. So
I just want to add, Sherry, if I can, and speak to my Caribbean people.
mhm.
We can stay where we are and learn. You know, we don't have to uproot. You can serve right in ministry right now and learn. And I think for like my pastor friends who are wondering if you should go for that next degree, here is Veritas here for you, will help you as you continue to serve. And it's
Good.
just amazing that you don't have to leave. I think that is just so amazing because when you leave, a lot of times you don't come back,
Yeah.
and then a lot of times you come back and you probably don't know where to fit in.
Right.
Whereas Veritas allows you to serve. You're serving, you're pastoring, you're shepherding God's flock while you study, and it's the best of both worlds, if you ask me.
That's perfect. Yeah, that's good. Yep, we are right aligned. That is really good info. So those of you who are watching, we'd love to answer any questions that you have. We will be sending out the live link for graduation. So for those of you who are coming or those of you who want to celebrate from home, we're going to get watch parties going. So you guys let us know how we can help if you're interested in a program. We also have free resources through Truth Matters Institute. If you want information about that, we can drop that in the link as well, or in the comments as well. Um,
Yeah,
Denny, thanks so much for making time to be
always.
on here today. It was
Mhm.
such a pleasure to talk to you always, and we're so proud of you guys and the class of 2025, and we can't wait to celebrate with you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sherry.
Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.